just gotta keep moving forward.
Esports is competitive gaming. Imagine playing really any video game you ever enjoyed playing, but playing it competitively to the best of your abilities. The Esports Club, though, we're more than just competitive teams. We host gaming for everybody. We just want people to come out, play games, have fun, and then hopefully host a few good teams that might win a few championships for the school.
We are definitely developing and pushing to build and develop that infrastructure that a lot of other clubs already have. Whatever skill level you are, you can come out, have fun, compete, don't compete. We welcome anyone.
There's not really a spot elsewhere for people to just play video games. Our club is definitely like all-inclusive, so if you're like even just a casual gamer that games, an hour a day or an hour a week, it doesn't really matter. You can come and play and make friends, so that's really what it's all about.
A club like this is meant to bring games out of the dorm room and meet other people, make friends. We do game nights every other Friday night. You'll get an opportunity to play some games you've never played and meet some people you wouldn't meet otherwise. So if you're interested in gaming, come on out to the club and see what it's about.
Hi folks, and welcome back to EGFC Week 14. I am Waffles for Sid, and this is Chef Billy on the Analyst side, and we are going to be bringing you the last couple of matches this evening. Chef, how are you doing tonight, and welcome back to the broadcast.
Thank you. I'm doing well. It's warmer. Well, no, wait, it's chillier than the last time we talked. It's only about 45 degrees, and we're looking at snow here tomorrow here in Southwest Missouri. But we got some hot games on tonight. RIT taking on the University of Tennessee at Knoxville, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what RIT are going to be able to do to get themselves inserted into the game. They're coming in 6-7 on the season. As you said, we're in week number 14. So this is go time, especially for RIT. University of Tennessee are coming in on 9-3. They've already had their bye week. So they've got a pretty good lock on the playoffs, on the postseason. So we'll see what kind of a game plan they come out with here. I'm looking forward to seeing them. I have not had a chance to see UT on the screen yet, but we did see RIT last week, and Poppy
Ooh,
had a pretty
yeah.
fantastic game. I was very impressed by her. So I am definitely looking forward to seeing what they got up their sleeve today.
Oh yeah, and you know, like you mentioned, week 14, okay, we're still gonna have a few more weeks after this evening to work through the season, establish themselves moving into playoffs as well. So, you know, there's a lot of pressure moving into those last few weeks, but we've still got a little time to really pull ahead and try and get that spot. And Chef, they cannot afford to leave anything out of this game here. They need to be playing their hardest to try and secure that. And, you know, Control is one of those maps that can really set the tempo for the entire series.
Well, I mean, Busan is where we're going to start off today. 3 absolutely different compositions that you can run here. We all know that Mecha Base is the more brawl-centric map, but Sanctuary gives you long sight lines, and Downtown gives you a verticality to the map that a lot of times you just don't see. So
exactly.
That's what I'm looking for. I mean, we saw some aerial threats come out of RIT last week, so maybe this could be a good way for them to start. Busan is one of my favorite maps in the entire game. It's one of the later maps. And also, we would be remiss if we did not mention that the beta for Overwatch 2 has been announced. I got signed up. I'm like, give me that money. I'm all about it. Give me that. Oh my God, the copium. It was like, great baiting. I was like, yes! Here we go, Overwatch 2 finally.
Right, we have been waiting for this for a long time. You were absolutely right. Gee, it kind of reminds me of the Incredibles movie, right? It took a long time to get to a good second sequel, so, you know, I want to be positive and optimistic moving into, you know, what we see coming through Overwatch 2.
I still feel like we're getting debated on the inside, I have to say. But, you know, we'll see if it actually comes through. Taking a look at the lineup here from UT. A little bit of Torb Sombra, not necessarily what I would see coming out the gate. A little bit more standard coming out from RIT. I'm surprised I don't see a Symmetra coming out here, especially if you're going to swap over to that Tracer. You can get your team ahead a little bit more forward, but they're going to rely on their female duo of Stormzy and Poppy in the supports to get them fast and ahead where they need to go. So speed on the case of the University of Tennessee. Yeah, they're going to stay with the summer, though, so really need to watch out where you're going with that.
It is going to be really tough, though, for Pines to dive into Tennessee. You got a few people there that will discourage that with some stuns and CC on the board, but it is still Rochester moving forward here and just cleaving back Tennessee and preventing them from being able to move forward too much. And Stormzy's speed boost really coming in clutch here for RIT.
Yeah, I mean, that's great work. Using that amp speed to get in themselves in and out of those engagements, and that's exactly what you want to see coming out of them. They're going to take the point first here, Buff, and I tell you what, I don't know if I would be keeping this Zenyatta out there. I know that you've got more damage potential and burst out of it, but look at this. Senath is going to have a pulse bomb into this first fight. Immortality Field's going to have to be huge for Poppy.
Oh, the pulse bomb is eaten right away. Wow, great play here by Viz. You know, there was a lot of pressure to try and get a stick on that, and, well, it doesn't matter because RIT is just going to keep moving on forward and continuing to hold.
Yeah, and I mean, good work there coming out of Rochester dealing with the forward pressure. And you're seeing, you know, just a late contest here coming from Tennessee, but right now it is fully in command by RIT, and this wrecking ball is about to go down. Bashur is in a world of hurt over the corner without a support really to be able to top him off that fast. Surprised that they did not get that out of the gate.
Like this pressure coming through here on the side of Tennessee, right? They're moving away from where RIT has been currently set up, and does lose a support early, so really nice job for Pines winning that Tracer duel. This is a Deadeye channeled through the Amp Matrix, and it is discouraging to push into. A nice hack does come through onto Seb, and that's going to be the opportunity Tennessee needed to flip this and maybe take the point. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Stormzy did not let loose with the sound barrier there, but you know, we'll see what can happen here. Viz getting back into their mech somehow with all this pressure on them. Yeah, that's a definite disengage, getting away from there, kiting back to the safety of the healers, and now you're gonna have self-destruct. You don't feed in any more of that ult charge over to the Tennessee side, so Pulse Bomb and Transcendence online for Tennessee to hold the point. There's a lot on RIT's side to make this right.
Ooh, yeah, you are correct there, and it's really, they're going to be looking to engage another one. Holy crap, it's going to be a shatter that opens up the fight. Sound Barrier is going to reinforce RIT's aggression on to this point, and now there it is, the damage attempt to push through Tennessee off this point and regain it for themselves. They have more ultimates online to use if need be, and they are continuing to hold them. That's a nice EMP coming through, but so many members of Tennessee have already been taken out of the equation, and RIT gonna go ahead and take this point back.
What a smart fight, and look at the stagger. Oh, you love to see the stagger. Let me tell you what, Viz right now is getting a massive gold star for me. That is 2 pulse bombs in the tummy for Viz. And these supports, even with the burst damage that's coming down from Tennessee, they are just living through it. And now you see the composition swap up from Tennessee. They're going over to what I call the Ice Cold comp, bring out the May and the Cassidy, and then the Baptiste and the Lucio as well. So Pine's looking for somebody to kill. There's the stick.
Oh, man. And a 2K stick on top of that, Chef. An absolutely gorgeous play coming through from Pines, going to put so many kills on the board and really seal the deal for RIT to take this first point soundly.
It's large from the underdogs here. That is just disgusting work out of them. I mentioned that this might be good for them, Sid, and well, this has turned out to be and good for them. And especially since they really showed us the brawl first, I think that they're going to be much more in tune with that composition than Tennessee was looking there. I mean, they looked a little bit disconcerted. They just did not know which way to look. And I mean, Pine's getting the full value on their pulse bomb, where you saw Senath get 2 of them eaten. So, man, comms are good. Cooldown management is great for RIT. Let's see if they can continue on.
And, you know, I gotta say, that's huge props to Viz, because those were the only 2 pulse bombs available for Tennessee. They were at some really critical times as well. So great performance under the pressure, and when you really need to be able to clutch out these wins, a lot of aggression already coming through, both Mays enabling it. You see the walls have been disengaged as both teams managed to survive through both May walls, actually. So no one sectioned off enough to be taken down. And, well, look at all of this damage output being thrown, trying to block a bit of it off with the walls, taking away some of the Junkrat's ability. A shatter! So early, so fast. 3 people sat on the ground right there. Tennessee gonna go ahead and take this fight.
Well, he who shatters, shatters best. And yeah, I mean, Bashur just laid one out there. That's beautiful work. And now they're gonna pay back the
crush!
Fizz, let's go! Yes!
Huge.
You love to see it.
Blizzard thrown here as well. It's gonna prevent additional members of RIT pushing out of this hallway. And, well, Storm's Eye goes ahead, pops the sound barrier, and Viz gets clipped by the Deadeye in the back. Now RIT wants to aggress forward and take their advantage to the next level. There's going to be the self-destruct here from Lucky Dog. Does find Pines in the back. Wow, that was surprising. Shatter straight into the shield. A nice anticipation coming through from Basher, as Tennessee does not want to give up this point any little bit, Chef.
No, they don't. I mean, Basher has another shatter online already, but the DPS right now, Senath has definitely made up for their 2 gobbled up pulse bombs. I mean, the Deadeye was beautiful. The flashbang and into the flashbang has been working very nicely for them. So 59% or 50% and climbing here for Tennessee. You've got both DPS ultimates here. Let's see how they decide to rotate these. If you can catch Basher and catch the shatter coming out, what a great wall though.
Shatter's gonna take down one and stun a few people in the process. A blizzard eaten by Lucky Dog himself, and that is gonna give Tennessee such a massive advantage and fend off RIT's most recent aggression.
I mean, GG's, that's it. I mean, that was your real win condition there. That blizzard was supposed to hold everything, and you got 0 out of it from it being eaten. So, I mean, Dubs is going to have their blizzard up in the next fight. You can just really CC this out, not even let Rochester touch the point again.
Ant Matrix is opening up the fight. What a nice immortality field, saving Paravir there at the very last moment. Another blizzard, this time by Viz, eaten here, and I don't know what's in the water, Chef. These divas are insane today. Senath gets a boost up for his Deadeye, but there it is. The Storm's Eye sound barrier taking them into the fight. University of Tennessee still keeping this point strong, handling the trickle of RIT. It is 99-0 right now, and RIT is trying to fight everything they have on this point, Chef.
Yeah, I mean, they've swapped over to a Reaper. You probably should have gone to that a little bit earlier. Basher, bye-bye! Taking a swim. Hello? Somebody? Mod check. Yeah, mod check. Somebody. Hello. Well, make sure his controller's still connected, or his mouse is still connected. But 100-0 there for University of Tennessee. They definitely turned it around there. They got more aggressive. They went more into what we call the meta going on right now. I think that's the right call here. Now, heading to downtown, yeah, Rochester, I like what I'm seeing here. They're going to go with a little bit more mobility. I'd like to see Poppy go over to the Lucio here, or maybe even the Baptiste. I think that you need speed going out from here. Or you can go with the, I can't believe I'm saying this. You're going with the Mercy here. Poppy could actually really damage boost foliage on this Echo and really make them pay for any kind of an aerial lack.
We'll have to see if they do suffer any punishment from the lack of aerial, and well, it's going to be Pines going down early to Basher. That's a lot of damage and side distraction taken off the board for RIT as they continue to try and push into Tennessee through this small hallway. Not really the most advisable course of action I would take, but you know, they were moving out considerably slower compared to Tennessee with Noodles on that Lucio.
Yep, I mean, they're lacking from burst healing, and they're also lacking from mobility. So those are the two things that really won Tennessee that fight there. Good ultimate charges going up for RIT, so I mean, they're going to be looking at, you know, being able to leverage that into their next fight. But Senath is back on this Tracer, has the Pulse Bomb. Let's see if they eat it this time.
Oh, there it is. Pulse Bomb actually thrown, but pays for it with his life. And well, it's still going to be a brawl breaking out here on the point as RIT is going to aggress around towards the edge, trying to move into Tennessee. Basher pops this Primal Rage right by the ledge and right in the corner. This is a terrible spot to be if you are RIT. You have nowhere to run other than the edge or to just be stuck in this corner.
Woo, boy. I mean, Basher really held on to that Primal and then got maximum value out of it. Just disruption, doing a little juggle job on Poppy in the corner. I mentioned when we started out here, the supports was going to be a little bit wonky, and we are definitely seeing that.
Tennessee is going to have the sound barrier online, so it could be really good for them to save them from maybe this upcoming rally Poppy has online. RIT is going to be looking to aggress forward, and it's going to be the duplicate opening up the fight. Foliage going to be trying to build that self-destruct and goes ahead, has to get taken out of it while Lucky Dog self-destruct finds so much value in the background. Absolutely stepping up his game after he saw all the pulse bombs eaten by Viz and has been doing some good work.
This is mean. Oh, this is cruel. Crossing 85% here, Sid, and yeah, GG's here. Definitely got out-supported here. If you're the team from RIT, the burst healing potential from Tennessee absolutely carrying the day, and a coalescence for their troubles coming in.
There's Basher once again popping this Primal Rage, and it's going to be too much. It's yeah.
No, I giggled too there with the ending there because it was just funny from everybody. But you know, I think that they just got support diffed on match 2 and 3. The mirror matchup definitely went in favor of Tennessee, and then going into downtown, I mean, they ran really a superior comp, especially when you're looking at it from the support side. So that's the difference there on Busan. You know, 1-0 lead. RIT definitely making their case here to be kept in the conversation. They need the win today to really propel them moving forward, because their bye week isn't going to be until the last week of the season. So as we head to Numbani, we're going to have to see a little bit of more recognition. You can't run a Brigitte and an Ana together. It doesn't generally have that good synergy. If you're going to run the Brigitte, you need to be running a Zen with it so that you can focus down with a Discord Orb, or you're going to throw a Lucio with the Brigitte to speed on and be able to keep your front line up. So they definitely need to get their personnel sorted out. I mean, they punched Tennessee in the mouth at first, Sid, so that's at least good on that.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't think they were expecting that at all.
No. And I think it was very apparent by the fact that Tennessee came back with quite a different statement on the last 2 maps as far as how focused they were, how much better their target focus was. Regardless of the win for Tennessee, though, Chef, what was going on with those divas? Holy
I don't know.
What?
I mean, is it the resurgence of my favorite, one of my favorite tanks in all the game? I mean, when I actually started on tank, that was the tank that I started with. Well, her and Orisa, but I mean, they nerfed our poor girl into the ground, and now they've kind of slowly given her a little bit more power.
Yes.
You have to manage that DM so perfectly. You have to be cognizant of how much you've used it, how much you have left, and the angles that are coming in on you. So I mean, that trigonometry meme is just sprinkling in my head right now. That is the standard diva play nowadays, ladies and gentlemen. So, I mean, looking at Rochester here, here's an aerial threat that I really wish I would have seen last map. Because, I mean, the Farah on downtown is absolutely fantastic. You get so much agency to just create havoc. You get the tether from a Mercy. I tried to get them to do it. They just didn't listen to me, Sid. They didn't listen to me.
We need a Coach Chef in the house coming up for the next season. Oh man, and well, looks like Senath has yet to select a character. Yeah, so gonna just take a quick break here, folks. Before, thankfully, obviously the pause happened before the game really kicked off, so nothing too much to worry about. Reset's not a big deal, but you know, a little bit of those heart stopper moments, right, where you think you're about to go and you're like, okay, I'm ready, and they're like, just kidding. Take a break for just a sec. Coming back. So, you know, I wonder what goes through the characters or the players' minds when they're just abruptly stopped like that. They've probably been planning and strategizing, right?
Maybe they're trying to get Overwatch 2 started right now.
Oh.
Maybe they understood the assignment a little too well. Maybe they understood the assignment a little bit too well, and they're like, hey, let's just go into 5v5 here. But we do see that setup is in here, so we will see what we see here. Double pockets, though. So we've got the e-commerce-y, and we've got the pharmacy, so we'll see what they're going to be able to get done here. I like the fact that RIT has brought this aerial defense out, especially going into a Winston Diva. Foliage is really going to get a lot of work done, Sid.
There's a lot of pressure on Foliage to get that work done as a big damage dealer, but Tennessee still pushing aggressively, coming up big in the kill feed, and well, gonna be looking to try and continue to capitalize. They have 1 tick already in the bag, and I don't think RIT is gonna be able to come back and recontest.
What is this fight off the point, though? I'm very, I'm confused in the most wonderful way. Yeah, RIT actually got 2 kills off the side, but they didn't contest the point, so they give a point A for free. And now with the staggered spawns coming through, they're going to have a lot of torches to go through the streets phase and not really have any contest going up against them.
Oh no, low in the sky, had to back off, otherwise Foliage would have gone down to Hubs, and well, that focus beam will rip you to shreds so quickly. Tennessee, like you said, has a lot of room to really push this cart, and the nano being thrown onto Basher is going to give them even more space. Self-destruct clips too! Absolutely massive for Lucky Dog once again, and well, Basher was holding on to that Primal Rage for the last possible moment. We saw that in our previous map, and self-destruct didn't even need it yet.
Nope, I'm just, they're rotating their ultimates so well.
Yeah.
They apply the nano onto Seb. Seb just goes forward and just holds left click down and just zaps everybody into oblivion. You see the self-destruct come from behind. Now, going into this fight, you're going to have the pulse bomb and the duplicate. So I'm looking forward to Hubs to get a Diva duplicate here and throw another self-destruct in there, especially if they can burn down Basher's, or yeah, if they can burn down Seb's shield. This is going to be very difficult for them.
Ooh, the payload could be a roller coaster because Tennessee has a huge time bank moving forward, and RIT is doing everything they can to try and slow them down. Tennessee, once again, cycling their ult beautifully. A duplicate finds 2 on the barrage kill, and still Tennessee aggressing forward.
I mean, they chose the Pharah, and that was the better choice. I mean, they got a 2K out of that instant barrage. And now, I mean, they're just absolutely reeling RIT back on their heels. There's going to be no contester. Early sleep. That's a good sleep from Storm Eye, but I don't know if it's going to really get them anything.
Oh, the res onto Basher from Noodles is actually huge for Tennessee to stay in this very last bit of the fight here. They are trying to push this cart this last 2.9 meters, and RIT is doing everything they can to stall it out as long as possible. Self-destruct, massive from Viz, finds 2, and is going to turn the tide of the fight for RIT.
That should have been one fight for Tennessee. That should have been all 3 points and over 4.5 minutes in the bank, but really great ultimate cycling coming out of RIT. Whew. I mean, they're going to have Nano coming up here. You can either go Nano Tac Visor, or you can throw it on Seb and let him get monkey things done with the Tesla cannon. So,
right.
Storm's Eye is going to need to decide where they go with this. You know, even better, you know, if I think about it, throwing it on Foliage and letting them get another barrage built up. Too sweet.
Ooh, Pines goes ahead and takes Senath out of the picture early in this fight, and that's going to be a delay for Tennessee to push forward. Just kidding. Senath rezzed back in the fight. Thank you, Noodles. And Tennessee's going to go ahead and continue to just push forward now that they're back at full strength. Basher getting so many kills. Bash and Poppy with the punch, and Pines in the back trying to save this fight here for RIT and this Visor. More kills flooding through, and that looks like it's going to be RIT managing to hold this endpoint once again.
I mean, here's a self-destruct coming out from the Hubs on the duplicated Echo. Yeah, I mean, RIT once again cycling their ultimates. Yes, the fight is still on and ongoing here, but man, they have actually turned the tide here. And have burned almost 2 minutes off the clock that Tennessee came in here to point 3 with. So, I mean, you've got 3 ultimates ready to go for RIT as well. This could actually be a much more protracted hold here. I think if I'm thinking about what can Tennessee do, I can't believe I'm saying that based on what they did earlier. I think that you run in with a little bit more burst healing. You've got 2 single target healers. Yeah, the nano's good, but I think they need a little bit more sustain going into these fights.
Barrage from Foliage above. Doesn't find any kills, but there's going to be a lot of damage. Seb in a small room with Primal Rage slept! Absolutely massive coming through from Paravir, and that is going to save them and let them run away for just a bit longer. More kills coming through from Tennessee as a result, and the Deadeye takes down Foliage in the process. Tennessee has the upper hand, and they have the momentum. Looking to roll this car forward here, and there it is, right there at the edge of the last point, and gonna take it.
Almost 3 minutes taken off the clock, though, Sid. So, in my book, that's a win. You got to be feeling good about that. I don't know if it was a little bit overzealousness from Tennessee, or if it was just what I would rather believe was absolutely perfect ultimate rotation coming out of Rochester. So, well, let's see what they can do on their attack. We'll take a look at what Tennessee is going to bring out the gate here as far as their defense, but that's got to put a lot of wind in the sails for Rochester, for RIT, because they could have been facing an absolutely gigantic time bank to try a matchup too. So now, I mean, this takes like 2/3 of the pressure off of them. You know, getting in with something around 2 minutes is very doable, especially if you can roll through Streets phase and get a quick capture of A. So Rochester, I want to see what you guys got here. They're bringing out this Brigitte and Anna backline again. We'll see if it works this time.
Oh, Tennessee doing a last-minute change at the very end on Senath, though, off that Tracer to the Soldier instead. So that's probably going to be a little bit less activity for Poppy on top of that, since, you know, that's one less flanking, zippy character pestering you in the back line.
Steve, I really want to see what RIT is going to do here, because you also have the spot healing with the biotic field. So there's going to be options for them. I think that the Hubs is enemy number 1 for the entirety of RIT.
Both teams looking for their opportunity to dive here, and it's this high ground that's going to take the first engagement. And, well, there are exchanges back and forth for both teams as a result. Tennessee has lost an extra member, but they are not out of this fight yet. They are holding strong on the high ground, managed to demech Viz in the process, and now they're looking to continue holding this defense.
Well, I mean, they've done enough to really get a foothold here. They almost have a tick here.
Whoa!
Oh my God! Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez. He didn't make it. I thought he was going to.
That's a master class in how to focus down targets that are low health. It is with 1, 2, 3, 4. See the bodies hit the floor. So we do see Senath go back over to the Tracer. So definitely in response to seeing Poppy on the field.
Senath looking here around the side and waiting for their opportunity to go ahead and collapse around RIT. It was a beautiful nade thrown in. It's going to take a little bit of time before RIT can push to let that wear off. And the Nano is going to be the engagement. Both Winstons on the field, nanoed and looking to just be as aggressive as possible. Nice back off away from the ante just in the nick of time, and it's not going to matter. Tennessee still had the numbers and the damage to take them out.
Oh man, great cycle of ultimates, great press of the queue there from all members of Tennessee. Half the time is off the board now. You have some tools to get in there. And you're gonna have self-destruct coming in from Viz coming on when they respawn. You might be able to see either 2 Winstons or 2 Divas into this next attack. This is gonna have to be an attack where they make it happen though.
I'm curious to see how Senath is going to use this pulse bomb to open up, but, you know, is RIT going to be expecting that? Are they watching from behind? Another pulse bomb eat in the pocket here for Viz. We'll have to see. The Hubs continuing to... What? There it is in the back! Viz gets that pulse bomb eat! Oh my goodness. Absolutely nutty this game. The Hub's just gonna take a snooze while in the duplicate form. Does not escape in the end. Pine's too aggressive on that Cassidy, and now RIT has burst the door open to take this point, Chef.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit of hubris coming out from Tennessee there, trying to go with the flank Cassidy, and Foliage or the Hubs just gets absolutely crushed in the back. That'll be point A unlocked here for the most part, and we'll see how they do going through the Streets phase. They are at a disadvantage here as far as time going through Streets, but they do have Nano. Well, both sides have Nano ready to go. Pines might have a big Deadeye coming up, especially if you can get Viz out of mech.
I would love to see Viz's reaction to seeing Senath run around the map and eating those pulse bombs, because, I mean, he's been absolutely insane this entire map. And, you know, Lucky Dog also trying to keep pace with that. A lot of pulse bombs been thrown at Viz this map though, and well, still more aggression coming through from RIT. Tennessee goes ahead and throws both the Nano and the Primal Rage to try and push Rochester back, and it is working. Look at this beautiful juggling coming through from this Winston. Going to the edge! Oh! The boosters were online in the nick of time for Viz, but Poppy's still gonna go down.
Oh my word. I thought that Basher was going to get a 3K there, and that would have been absolutely fantastic. But still, you got the maximum value out of it. And now Senath, sneaky tracer in the Jolly Elf. Oh, where are you going?
Does Viz see you? No, jump down already. Oh, stuck right there onto foliage. Waited for Viz to leave and not be able to protect him at all. Has learned quite a few tough lessons over the map course, and well, gonna be a great opportunity here for Tennessee to once again, well, hold strong with DeHubs going down. That could open the door for RIT, and RIT has ultimates available to leverage.
Well, I mean, a self-destruct would be the way to go out the gate. I mean, unless Viz instead just decides to choose violence and go to the high ground and take the fight to them. Oh. There goes Seb popping the Primal. I love this.
Man, small room, Primal Rage. Once again, Chef, that is not a combination I want to be stuck in. Seb does get a little bit low, but it doesn't matter. Resources, heals are there. RIT is going to keep aggressing forward, and I love that they're taking all of this space in advance.
Yep, I mean, this is the masterclass of how to take space and then keep the space when you got it.
Yeah.
So Senath tried to be that naughty little tracer and keep them going in. Oh man, great flash fan there from Pines. Yeah, that's going to be point 2 unlocked now. Just 13 seconds separated. They've got a beautiful set of DPS ultimates ready to go.
And you know, Rochester doesn't have the same time bank Tennessee had moving into this third point, but they have been doing a great job pushing it in a very quick manner, and very little slowdowns happening throughout the second phase. It's going to be really tough pushing into this third point though, where the spawn advantage is in favor of Tennessee. Oh my goodness, another pulse bomb eat from Viz. What will actually stop this man? Lucky Dog comes up huge. It's all self-destruct kills, all in the kill feed.
Wow, 2 divas on the field. That is fantastic. Look at this. You see the duplicate self-destruct come through. That pulls out the shield, and then you see Lucky Dog get theirs on line. Wow, fantastic work there from Tennessee. They repel. Really a lot of aggression coming in. We see the swap now coming out from Foliage, bringing out the Edgelord. Nano Edgelord could be the way to go.
That's a nice ante coming through from Paravir from Tennessee. Obviously gonna be, you gotta wait that out until you can get extra aggressive, and getting aggressive into Basher on this Winston is going to be a really, really tough ask here for RIT. They did go ahead and commit the Nano on top of it, and well, it looks like it's paying off, Chef. Still, RIT pushing forward regardless of the self-destruct from Lucky Dog, and they are gonna keep rolling.
Yep, and I mean, Deadeye is online as well, so I mean, you're going to be able to get out there and at least pull some kind of resources coming out. What a sleep coming through. Paravir, oh my god.
And that is the Nano on to Seb as well, continuing to move forward, cleaving away. Basher's trying to match him now on the Reinhardt, and still more coming through in the favor of Tennessee. Rochester wants to try and push this last little bit. They have 2.64 meters, but they don't quite have the manpower there with only 10 seconds left, Chef.
Yep, I mean, 2.64 meters, but that's probably going to do it right there. We see Pine swapping over to the Tracer, try to get their Storm's Eye on the Lucio. We'll see if they can get their Foliage. Does get there in great form.
I mean, great job coming through. Pines still alive, gets the kill as well. They are not quite out of this fight yet. Self-destruct thrown on to the exact point itself, and RIT gonna be trickling on here as Tennessee's trying to manage all of those incoming players. There's still such a little bit left to be pushed, and oh, Basher is cleaving away. Shatter was online. That's gonna be Tennessee holding strong and taking this map.
Man, that was a lot closer than it should have been. And I thought we were heading into overtime, but great last minute
Yeah.
swaps there. I mean, we saw them echo the Reinhardt play. We also saw them bring out burst damage as well. So that's a good amount of work coming from Tennessee. They go up on to match point now here in week number 14. But Rochester has made them work for it. I want to make sure that everybody out there understands that, is that this has not been easy for Tennessee. They have actually had to claw and scrape against a very worthy opponent here. So even if it does go 3 Overwatch today, RIT needs to go back and watch this VOD and really learn how to frustrate their opponents, because they have that nuisance factor that you hate to see in your ranked games. Here in competitive games, this is even better. So good performance. Let's see if they can turn it into a map win for our next map.
You know, I'm curious to see how they are going to continue to adapt through this series, because they have been doing exactly that and showing improvements, especially that last map, like you said, on Nibani. You know, I gotta say, I have a new request for Overwatch 2. Hello? Can we please have Ultimates Eaten as a diva stat? Because this has been insane. Another multiple rounds of Ultimates Eaten by the divas. Great awareness and tracking on that front. And yeah, I wish that was something we could see screenshotted and shared and be like, oh yeah, well, you ate 1 ultimate, I ate 3 Hanzo ultimates and 2 pulse bombs, so suck it.
Yes! Oh man.
But you know, we do have another map, of course, to see how it's going to play out. Hanamura could be a little tougher because, Volskaya, my goodness, I'm so sorry. Volskaya, in that case, multiple points of entry and also, you know, really wide approach that you can take on the far side. I have actually seen Tennessee favor using the Symmetra strategy here and there to go all the way around. Sometimes not everyone makes it on the platform, but you know, it happens to the best of us.
I will not confirm nor deny if I've ever missed said platform. So yeah. Okay, so we're gonna throw it to a quick little break here before we head to Volskaya. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back with you in just a few moments.
Hi, folks, and welcome back to EGFC Week 14. We are in the middle of watching University of Tennessee versus RIT, and right now Tennessee is at a 2-0 lead moving into our last map here of Volskaya. Chef, what's on your mind moving into our last map?
I'm worried about
Potentially last
Senath's
map, really.
I'm worried about Senath's dog that apparently is on the ceiling fan. I'm worried about that. But we'll see if Puppy Dog can get down. But what really needs to happen here is RIT needs to get a map win here. They need to come out with some ferociousness, and the adaptability has been really good all day. So how are they going to deal with the potential of this Bastion Symmetra strat? I don't know if they're going to stick with this, but RIT on their defense. They've gone back to this Ana and Brigitte support line. They're running out the same characters as before. A little bit of double shield, so they're actually going to be able to put, oh my gosh, they're going to go behind them.
I mentioned Tennessee likes to run this Symmetra stat and move all the way around this wide side initially, and well, looks like everyone made it on the platform this time, safe and sound, just in time to engage RIT there on the high ground, dethrone them from it, and set up this Bastion with both shields ready to pocket and protect him, Chef.
Well, I mean, all that's going to mean is it's just a matter of time before they get blasted down by the turret form of Bastion. So the Hubs is just going to be able to throw so much damage in on top of them, and once they get footage on the point, it's all but done.
When Senath here does get the kill, stunned just barely at the end. So much charge here for this Symmetra to just burn through shields, health bars, and well, that's going to be Tennessee going ahead and capping the first point.
I want to point this out that Basher actually has higher ult charge than both the DPS because of the work that was being done. Yay for Donkey Horse Supremacy, once again. But, you know, Foliage might be able to get a self-destruct here, and something to deal with all this burst coming in. My God.
Fire Strike, not today. DeHubs goes ahead, uses the TP to zip out, and, well, does pay for it with his life as he had been rotated so far into the back line, all by his lonesome self. Tennessee, though, doesn't care, gonna continue to aggress forward here. Duplicate from Foliage does need to be a game changer for RIT, but can't quite find the kills that they're looking for. Tennessee still coming up huge in this kill feed as Lucky Dog and Senath continue to reap and kill here on the point.
Yep, I mean, they pop Rally too, so Rally armor is going to be great for them. Yeah, that's almost 5 minutes in the clock. RIT just never had a chance to set their feet. Once they got teleported behind, it was done and Dunsky. Even losing the Bastion 5v6, they still won. Even with the duplicate onto the Sigma, they were able to burst down and throw the photon barrier out, and that was just lickety-split. I think they have dinner plans, Sid.
Hey, you know, I'm a fan of a team that thinks that they can win a 5-man push. You know, NorCal, SF Shot Girl over here pushing 1 man down. Yeah, it's risky. And high risk sometimes can reap a high reward, and Tennessee's time bank definitely shows some of those benefits.
Oh, yeah. We'll see what Tennessee come out with here. They might be going with a little bit of fun here. And, you know, based upon the competition, yeah, I mean, the mental might be boomed for RIT right now. But we'll see what the Hubs decides that they are going to come out with here on their DPS choice. A little bit of Ryan Zarya. I don't hate that, so they're going to be playing for Nanoblade. Oh, man. And they're going to bring the Southern Belle out here. A little bit of taxi service from Noodles.
Slow start.
Slow? Oh, yeah. Our producer is a Texas boy and likes the Outlaws. We'll forgive him for that.
It's nice they get to show a little bit of personal flair in a game where you don't really ever get to do that other than, you know, just by who you pick. And Well, Tennessee here going for this good in-your-face style comp. Storm's Eye goes ahead, taken down to Basher as he's continuing to cleave away here in this small room. It is some tight corners, and RIT is anteed up the wazoo, Chef. Tennessee just continues to push on that, and there's no chance because they couldn't get any healing.
Nope. I mean, that was a huge anti that came in from Peregrine. Yeah, they lose their life, but the Noodle Taxi service is still in operation here, and sent out almost 2/3 of the way towards Dragon Blade. So we'll see how they work with that. You know, Rochester is just trying to get any kind of picks going into this, and trying to crack open this brawl comp that Tennessee has shown in their face.
Ooh, that's really nice job for Hubs taking down Foliage early. It's going to let Tennessee be aggressive, and a shatter! There it is, only clips Poppy in the process, but it's going to be enough. Tennessee gets aggressive after that and continues to push forward here. Shield doesn't matter when you're getting hit from both sides.
Well, I mean, holding on to the... Yeah. Oh, are you going to die to the dynamite?
The woes of a diva player. You're expected to eat every projectile and then you get staggered. Jeez.
Yeah. Pine swapping to a Genji of their own. So this is going to be a naked blade for Pines should they be able to get it out there. Maybe Poppy will swap over to the Ana here. But we'll see how this goes. Shatter is available for Seb. So we'll see how they decide to tap this going through.
Oh, Pines gets very low, and now it's the Genjis. Both of them very, very low. It is going to be RIT in the end, victorious with their duel, and even more victorious in the kill feed. Tennessee gave up a little bit of their space, and RIT capitalized in an instant and took this point.
Well, I'm looking to see if Tennessee's going to make some swaps here because they just threw out two very high-value ultimates in the Bob and the Graviton Surge. So I'm not sure what they're going to do here. I mean, it'll be, what, 4.5 minutes on the clock here. So even, yes, I mean, it's great for RIT.
They can steamroll.
They can steamroll. They've got 4 ultimates, almost 5. I mean, this sound barrier could be the one that really claws everything together.
Yeah. I mean, there's also a lot of pressure on Tennessee supports too to combat all of the aggression that could be on the board. They're going to engage the aggression instead with their own Nano Blade. High Noon thrown, Senath taken down. That's the Deadeye coming in clutch. Flashbang takes down another one, and this looks like RIT is going to turn the tide. Seb has the Earth Shatter, takes one down in the back, but a beautiful bubble from Lucky Dog. It's going to get shredded, and they're going to get ripped apart just as quickly. What? This ante? Very nasty coming through, put a little bit of pressure onto RIT, but still, they are capping the point, handling the influx of people from Tennessee. There's the remake, and that is the game changer that RIT needs to continue keeping this aggression on to the point. Beautiful support coming through, keeping these tanks alive, regardless of the crispiness coming through from the dynamite. And even though Seb has gone down, there have been 2 ticks captured here by RIT.
Good that they got it back, and our contestants probably should put this point behind them and set up for their next defense. But Pines is going to have a Dragon Blade in this next fight, and that was expensive for Tennessee, so nothing in the bank for them. I'm really looking to see how they get this going out moving forward. So low.
Unlucky for Lucky Dog over there, getting crushed by the mech and booped straight off the map in the process. Dang, Chef, I could not do that if my life depended on it. There's the blade coming through from Pines, trying to find the kills he's looking for, and Immortality Field's gonna save Noodles for just a little bit longer. But RIT now has the sound barrier, Chef, and it's their time to shine. Deadeye can't find the kills, but it finds the space, and RIT continues to push Tennessee back. Still looking for that last little bit of percentage to cap the point in their favor, and there it is. One person cleared off, another one trickling on. Can RIT continue to handle Tennessee moving on to this point? Self-destruct's gonna clear for just a moment, but there's a sliver left yet to be captured still. Chef, Lucky Dog, the last person trying to keep this point alive, and just at, there it is, with 2 minutes left on the clock.
Well, RIT is not ready to go down yet, so we will see what we will see here. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be no time changing there since it was directly on 2 minutes. Yeah.
Nice.
Here
This
is what we talked
so
about.
good.
I mean, this is the remake. Oh my word.
Bad luck.
You can't script that. You cannot say that was planned and coordinated. That was a lucky remake. Let's just call it what it is. Man, but 2 minutes on the clock here for RIT. No time changing here because of the 2CP rules. So Tennessee is still going to have that 4:54 time bank, Sid. This is a big wall for them to climb over. I don't hate what I'm seeing from Rochester. They're finally getting some speed to be able to engage.
Yeah.
The immortality barrier definitely keeping them up through these fights. So, yeah, I mean, their change has come good. The adaptability that we talked about earlier, I mean, they're doing it. So, yeah, they're going to have to storm on top of this bunker that Tennessee is going to be setting up here. Otherwise, this is going to be a very short offense for RIT.
It's a really similar bunker to what they try to set up for their offense, but of course the hubs on the Torb is going to provide some, well, I mean, it's additional pressure with the turret constantly peppering and berating Rochester from whichever side they want to approach on. Already moving around here through the side door to just meet Tennessee on the high ground. They know they're going to have to clear them off before they can make any real progress in this fight, Chef.
Yep, I mean, look at these angles that they're just taking. I mean,
already
this
kited
move,
away.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful work from them. Just pumping damage in there from multiple sight lines. So, I mean, RIT is effectively pinned right now. Look at this; they don't know which way to move.
You know, there's a Borderlands quote that's, you don't need a better gun, you just need more bullets. And Tennessee has bullets from all angles, Chef. I don't know how RIT is going to be able to break out of this small room here.
They're going to have to be very, very happy here. I think they need to get Symmetra into a mega room. Yep, that's what they're doing. They're going to go underneath them and then take the fight to them.
Nice. Here's the aggression coming through. RIT engaging here on the high ground. Both immortality fields already taken down, but no lives claimed as a result yet. Still a lot of side damage and value from this turret, and DeHub's just able to kite away from all of the physical engagement, throw the damage from the back, and oh, now he's getting attacked here by the aggressive Storm's Eye, and can't quite find the kill they're looking for. It's gonna be Molten Core zoning out so many members of RIT, and Tennessee trying to continue holding this point here for the last 15 seconds on the board. One more member taken down, and there's just going to be 10 seconds left on the clock, Chef.
Yep, and I mean, they've got Photon Barrier, but I don't know if they're even going to be able to get back in time to be able to deploy it.
Ooh, an Amp Matrix to push into.
Oh.
Yeah, oh, that's huge. They managed to get the Photon Barrier off, but it's not going to last quite long enough. Wow, that was quite a hold there for Tennessee.
Said that's 5,000 hit points, that Photon Barrier, and it melted in 3 seconds.
Jeez.
I
thought that was going to be a moment that they could maybe hold a little damage off, but
I
I don't know if I've seen that before.
I've never seen that. I've never seen I mean 9,000 IQ, and wow, I have never seen a Photon Barrier go down like that. That is just disgusting. Somebody get me the numbers on what turret form Bastion shoots through the Amp Matrix through per shot.
Gosh.
Because if it's 195 for a if it's 150
so
for
much.
a fire strike through it. What is it? 85 per bullet.
This time I will make sure.
Oh my God, yeah, that'll do it. One clip will do it. So,
yeah.
Good Lord. Looks like a little bit different look coming out from Tennessee here as far as their offense, but look at Rochester pulling a little book out of the Tennessee passage and pulling Hanzo and Bastion. 900 damage per second. Good Lord.
Jeez.
Thank you, Mr. Producer Eon. That is a lot of damage going in there.
That's why Bastion has to be stationary when he's outputting that much damage. There has to be some kind of down trade But you know, when you have so many members of your team backing you up, it doesn't really feel like one at all. Pine's already gone ahead getting the kill as the Hub's gonna set up on this off angle as their own Bastion. They assume. What a great escape as soon as Rochester starts turning, able to get out of the way, negate the damage. No Boulder, not going to be stunned because the bubble's online for Basher, continuing to move forward and, you know, falls there at the end, but Tennessee still going to be looking to take this point.
Oh, man. I don't know if they know he's up. Yeah, they do.
No, they think he's in... Is he looking more left?
Oh my god, I'm scared for Foliage here. I'm scared for them. Oh, look at this. Look at Farah.
What's that boop?
Sanoth, yeah, just cleared the top. Oh my god, cleared the bunker up top. That's so smart.
Everyone, get down. You're hanging out on the low ground with us here. Tennessee gonna just continue to shred through RIT on the low ground with their own Bastion. Another goal! Holy cow, Senna, you're absolutely insane on this Farah, this map. And with a heyday like that, Tennessee gonna take the win.
GG's. That's all I gotta say. Pulling out the Farah there was cruel and unusual punishment. They just never took a cat. I mean, look at this. Look at
beautiful.
This. Oh my god. So this is after the clear, by the way. This is after the clear of the bunker. The kills come through. They wait. They get back airborne, and then bye-bye.
Not today.
Not today, Satan. Not today.
Man,
oh,
what we
Lord.
saw. What was it? The Hanzo Bastion dance, right? Did he see him? Did he not see him? And then there in the back, just everybody, like confetti, poof, booped off the high ground. And, you know, from there, it was all in favor of Tennessee. They had high ground advantage themselves from some of the setup. They had the off angle advantage, and they were ready to encircle RIT. And well, we saw all the damage coming through when they were waiting for RIT to push. We saw the Symmetra wall get damaged, or just shredded in the blink of an eye. So as soon as they were ready to hit that go button, it wasn't surprising to see all the damage roll through once again.
I mean, just fantastic adaptation. Once they realized that there is a very solidly placed bunker up there, just bringing out that concussive blast absolutely destroyed any hopes of them holding the high ground there. So beautiful work there. Coming out of Tennessee, they go to 10-3 here on the season. Unfortunately for RIT, they now go down to 6-8, but they still are in the playoff picture. They just need to get a couple of wins here. I think if they pull themselves to 500 by the end of the season, I think that they've got a very good chance of making it into the dance. So we will see what we see. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to come back with an interview here in just a few moments. Don't go away. We'll be right back with you.
Hi, folks, and welcome back to our EGFC Week 14. We are here with Senath from our University of Tennessee team, who was just victorious. Senath, congratulations on your win this evening.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So you're in week 14, or you just closed out week 14 here of the season, and playoffs are going to be coming up soon, and there's only a few weeks left to really refine any last bits of team comp or synergy before it's really serious and, you know, it's elimination time. What's kind of the mindset of the team right now, and what's your approach moving into, you know, the upcoming matches?
So right now we're just trying to practice pretty hard on like some 6-man comps and some ball comps, and then our coach is also doing individual VOD reviews this upcoming weekend with all the players. So yeah, we're getting in as much studying as we can, just trying to improve.
Nice.
All right, so week number 14 out of the way. You guys are 10-3 on the season now. Let's talk about compositions. Your support line absolutely nutty today, keeping you guys alive through some fights that you probably shouldn't have lived through. How much is that playing into your success so far?
It's playing a lot into our success, especially when we go back to our bread and butter comp, which is kind of just brawl. Our BAP and Lucio are just like really good players. They're
right.
Awesome.
Right, so Canisius
yeah.
is your next opponent next week on the 17th. You guys will be back here on stream with us. So, you know, what are your anticipations for the postseason? Canisius is a pretty good team. It's kind of sitting a little bit higher than what RIT is. But what is your guys' hope for the postseason, especially, you know, with teams like Wichita State, UT Arlington, and Colorado laying out there?
So yeah, those are all going to be some really good games. We're looking forward to it. They're just great competition, good schools, and we've just been trying to practice up as much as we can, getting used to some of the new comps we've been trying to play.
Nice. Well, you're definitely one that lots of people have their eyes on, and I gotta say, you know, hearing that you have all those VOD reviews and you guys are putting in all of this work and time to really refine those skills goes to show how much care and dedication you have. And you know, those results were very apparent in your match this evening. You guys played fantastic, in our opinion. Thank you. So, of course, we're going to close out the interview with the standard question you're always asked. Is there anyone you'd like to shout out or give thanks to? Say hi to mom, whichever you fancy.
Definitely a huge shout out to the team. Huge shout out to our coach, and huge shout out to all the friends and family watching. So we love it. Thank you.
Folks, yeah. I mean, we couldn't do it without the fans also supporting you here and all of us here on broadcast. Senath, congratulations again once on your win. And we look forward to seeing you play next week.
Thank you.
Chef, we have one more game coming up. You got any thoughts before we move over to it?
Well, we have a bit of a wait.
That's true.
Colorado needed to have an extra half an hour put onto it. Just to remind everybody why we're on so late is that we've got the MAC championships going on in Atlantic City, New Jersey this weekend. So like half of our league is like there playing in person. We will be broadcasting some of those games tomorrow during the day. I know that I will be on it. I think that Sid, you're going to be on Saturday casting some of those games as well. So we're going to have a bit of a protracted wait here. We're going to be back at about 10:30 p.m. Eastern. So you got time to go get some snacks, get some beverages, and come back and see us in about an hour and a half.
gotta keep moving forward. just gotta keep moving forward.
Hi folks, and welcome back to EGFC Week 14. I am Waffles for Sid, and still joined with Chef Billy here, who has been with you all the whole time. We are about to cover our last game of the evening, Chef. Watching Southern Utah University go up against University of Colorado, and it's going to be a pretty tough battle out there.
It's going to be one-way traffic. Let's not sugarcoat things tonight.
It's going to be pretty tough for Utah out there. Sorry.
Right? Yeah. I mean, look, they're interstate rivals in the first place. Second place, Colorado's got a massive chip on their shoulders, having lost to Wichita State last week. So they're going to be coming raring to go out the gate. I'm going to expect this to be a very quick series tonight. But you know, stranger things can happen. Any given day, Overwatch can do what it wants, but especially with how well that Colorado has been performing the past 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And losing last week, they've got something to prove here today. So I think it's going to be one-way traffic, and we shall see what we shall see. But I'm expecting a very quick 3-0 here today, and we're going to head right in. We're going to start on Sanctuary on Busan, and I tell you what, we had a chance to talk to Funkmaster last week in our interview. So we have seen the rock and roll comp come out from the University of Colorado. They do have their supports back this week, so that was part of the reason why they had a bit of a rough time of it last week. But it's going to be up to Southern Utah to really come out the gate here and get things done. So we'll see what Dolphin and Archimedes in the tank line can do against the very, very much improved Sigma of Ruby.
Fast rollout going to be coming through from Colorado. Definitely going to switch off of that Symmetra afterwards with Cloud on the Tracer. Going to provide a lot of, side pepper damage and less of that front line. Southern Utah, though, going to be, still rolling into the point a bit on the slower side, looking to that person who is out of position. Meanwhile, Funkmaster got antied. A nice disengage coming through from him as he has to, and oh my gosh, Chef Cloud should not have survived that. He was 15 health right there.
But they did. He did. He's still here, and yeah, now they're flipping it in their quarters. I mean, lots of good movement coming out from the members of Southern Utah, the Thunderbirds, but they were not able to find any of those finishing blows. And there we go, Cloud showing what Cloud does, and they are doing so much work with that Discord orb. Yahoo's getting a lot of value with that orb.
Yeah, and the focus fire coming through from Colorado to follow up on that orb is really showing its value and taking it to that level that Colorado needs to have if they want to, really continue to be the #1 team here, regardless of the situation they're in. I'm sure a bunch of them have a bit more to prove, that they've got more under their belt and more to offer. Funkmaster already taken down one person in the process as a nice aggressive engagement continuing for Colorado.
I mean, Pulse Bomb online here. Cloud's in a bit of trouble. They do find the healing, though. Oh my goodness.
A double dash out.
Right?
So nice.
Double dash is so beautiful. I mean, double blinks going out. Yeah! I mean,
can't blink that different directions that well. I hit so many walls.
Same. Here comes the spawn game here. This is looking very dire for them. They do get the Pulse Bomb out, but no joy with it. So, I mean, they still got 3 ultimates ready to go, though. Not much to worry about here if you're the Buffaloes.
Pincer maneuver about to be executed by Colorado. We saw the faster characters circle behind. Minefields dropped in the process, and it is tough for Southern Utah to make it out of this with pretty much damage coming at them from every angle.
Yeah, I mean, they're just being swarmed here and surrounded, and this is a very tough situation for them. I would think that this will be a very quick series based upon what we've seen from Colorado all season. Nothing going against Southern Utah. It's just Colorado's on a completely different level.
Well, and you mentioned that Colorado did take their first loss of the season last week, and coming back, it's hard to come back from that. You want to make sure you come back at the top of your game, and Colorado's here with a great fire for this first round, really trying to seal this cleanly. Looks like maybe not as clean as they were expecting for this last fight. Pretty scrappy with the 2 pulse bomb kill from Z-Medic. Another Diva bomb over the top. You know, this could be a chance for Southern Utah to just stall this out a little bit longer here. They've almost capped the point in their favor and managed to do it. There it is in the nick of time, Chef.
Yep, I mean, they're going to get it right back. I mean, follow fire coming from Cloud and from Funkmaster, respectively. This will be a quick flip, especially with Pulse Bomb online. There's an out being thrown. Didn't find anything with it, though. So, yeah, percentage is actually going to keep drawing here for Southern Utah. So, Colorado going to need to get a little bit of a regroup. And, well, Mines will do that. It'll disrupt a lot going on in the back.
Yeah, a little bit sloppier there, I think, for the last fight for Colorado. And, you know, I like that they've regrouped. They're ready to attack again. And this clean minefield to engage. Everyone knows it's time to follow up, circle Southern Utah once again. And look at all those kills rolling through for Colorado. They're going to take this point back and go ahead and take this first round of Busan.
I mean, a lot more percentage than I was expecting, though. I did not expect them to get the flip in the first place, but they do. They almost get halfway to full capture. So Buffalo's, I mean, one sloppy fight, and Southern Utah really did capitalize on it. So, yeah, they're going to have to play.
You said this is Overwatch, and that kind of thing can happen. And those are the small mistakes that are really going to cost Colorado later on when they're in the playoffs. And those are the things that I guarantee they are looking to refine in a series like this.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they've got a coach and a player on their team that is playing in contenders right now. So the level of play is definitely expected to be higher. And maybe it was just or maybe it was just a little bit of a macro miss there coming out of Colorado. We heard from Funkmaster last week that they're really trying to nail down these ball comps. But that their strength, you know, is in the brawl. But you know, the brawl, the ball comps. I'm gonna get so tight on that one.
Wow, say that 3 times fast.
Look at this roll through. Just so much damage, so much disruption. That's exactly what Funkmaster was trying to work on from last week.
Results are showing. Oh wow, Archimedes, you sneaky Hammond player, getting away just so closely there. Really nice job, and now more engagement. The boulder from Ruby just thrown across the room, hits Z-Medic, and that is going to be an opening pick for Colorado to continue pushing forward on to Southern Utah. Now, once again, bit of encircling coming through from Colorado, taking down Utah players one after another.
I mean, they've captured the point at this point, and they're still fighting up here. So they sent one person just to go take the point, and now the pursuit, now the slaughter is coming through for them. I mean, I don't hate what Southern Utah's doing. I mean, they've actually gotten a very nice composition coming out here. I'm worried that they don't have enough CC to deal with all the moving parts of Colorado. But for what they've done, I mean, they've done it very well, and I don't hate what I'm seeing at all.
Colorado has definitely had to tread carefully as they're getting into their position to collapse onto Southern Utah. And, well, with a beautiful flux to open up the fight, both tanks are pretty much going to close it out really fast at that time, Chef.
That was one ultimate. Ruby just pressed Q.
Oh, yeah.
And just let loose with it. And that's exactly what you want to see. And this is kind of a wasted Valkyrie here as well, coming out of Compress. So...
yeah,
I'm not sure what the impetus to press the Q button there was.
Cloud's burning, and gonna go ahead and take a trip back to spawn because of it. That is a kill for Southern Utah to try and open up the fight, but as soon as I say that, Colorado decides, oh, we're man down. Well, let's just get more aggressive and take more of them down instead so they can't push.
Oh my god. Ruby is absolutely disgusting on the Sigma. I mean, I love her diva. It's what she's known for, but I tell you what.
Ouch!
Ah! Cloud!
Wow.
GG's. That's Busan done and dusted.
With that many picks coming through, it's gonna be Colorado taking this win here. Nice little Charleston hop, as you see from Cloud, Colorado, taking the first round.
Yep. So I mean, there's just
This is gonna be
compositional
great.
difference. Yeah, this is going to be a technical difficulty for Southern Utah tonight. There's just a
Gets the kill.
difference. Yeah, it's just a difference in practice and in cohesion and synergy. I mean, I'm sure that we saw Southern Utah get some good work done last week when they were on stream, but Colorado's a completely different animal, and yeah, this is going to be it's going to be a quick night. I don't like to pump people's hopes up. It's just Colorado's like at the upper echelon, and Southern Utah just came to us after the beginning of the winter split. So once again, I want to make sure that everybody understands I'm not trying to dog on them, but I'm very much a realist, and they've got to get the level up. And I mean, you're never going to get good unless you play the teams that are the best. And so I love the fact that Southern Utah comes out here. They play their comps. They get a lot of work done in the interim. So, I mean, full props to them.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're never going to get better if you're hanging out, playing at the JV level all the time. You got to play up, and sometimes you got to get schooled to actually learn the new moves. And, you know, as someone who used to be competitive in some traditional sports, when you take a loss that you don't think you should have because someone's gone, or especially when you're a team with a pristine record and you take your first loss, the next game you come back has a totally different kind of fire. There's almost like a bit of bitterness you bring because you want to really show yourself and everyone that you guys deserve to be here, and that the one loss was a one-off weird thing, all right? They are here to be consistent and consistently be the winners.
Oh, I mean, they Ruby, and when I talked to her at the beginning of this season, she was ticked at how last season went. And
I appreciate that.
She promised that they were going to do better. And they have absolutely done better so far this season, and I just cannot wait to see how the postseason goes for them. Like you said, though, they have to clean up some of these small little macro issues that they're having and really be in the moment every single engagement.
Such an aggressive Tracer attack coming through from Cloud. Pays dear with his life right there, right out of the gate. Z-Medic and Compress on the Pharmacy Pocket, going to put so much damage and pressure onto Colorado. I don't know if Colorado was quite ready to take that on. Definitely was not ready for Cloud over there.
No, they're not ready at all. I mean, this double bubble look that's coming out of Southern Utah, actually probably catching the Buffaloes off, and they are absolutely taking this first point.
Wow.
With barely a whimper out of the Buffaloes. Are you
yeah. What was that?
Well, Cloud immediately having to go over to the Cassidy.
Yes, immediate response to Z-Medic and all of the damage that he is outputting with Compress. So, you know, recognition of the opponent's strengths definitely right there. I wonder if Colorado got just a little bit relaxed for that first engagement, and well, now Southern Utah able to just continue rolling this point forward here. Don't be in a small room with the fire out. Oh, don't be on the ground though with the brig. My goodness, stressful in the small room, and not the type of brawl I was expecting to come through from both teams. Funkmaster has been antied, and while still trying to find the value and damage, his counterpart Dolphins finding a great primal rage, going for the edge boop here, but still juggling away. Not quite enough kills that they're looking for, and Southern Utah's gonna need to regroup.
Funkmaster got plenty of value out of their great primal and Cloud. We'll have Deadeye online for this next fight, thanks to those two that he took off and sent back to spawn. So after a blistering start, Colorado looks like they may have righted the ship here. I'm not a fan of this Hanzo right now. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Hanzo. You need to go with something a little bit with more utility. You're not really having to have a shield break in here, so you can get a lot more done with a lot different characters coming in here.
Oh, flashbang to kill out Z-Medic with some help of the Ana. And well, still, Southern Utah gonna be looking to try and push a little bit. There's the self-destruct over top. It finds Archimedes. Ooh, no personal bubble quite on line, and that's gonna send Southern Utah back to regroup and try and push out of this choke point, which honestly has been really tough to do into this onslaught of Colorado.
Well, I mean, that's exactly what Colorado needed to do. They needed to do something to stabilize after just giving away point A for free. So
burn the clock.
Burn in the clock. So yeah, I was hoping, you know, with that barrage that I was expecting Z-Medic to go over to a different character, but no, they're going to stick with the Egyptian Flyer.
Pushing up the main front line here, Southern Utah trying to, well, continue that pepper damage. Z-Medic gets a lot of value if you can just wait out the rockets actually breaking down the shields and forcing out resources from the other members of Colorado. Bird Boys, though, is working it with this Brig! Another kill with the flail! Oh my gosh, now they are on fire. He's in a flow state and is just on an absolute tear! DPS Brig, here we go!
Raid boss, let's go. I mean, if Yahoo would have if they would have had Nano to put on there, I would have definitely been calling Raid boss out there. Now you see the swap, though. Z-Medic going over to the Echo, so looking for a duplicate. They've got about 2.5 minutes, so they should be able, oh no, they should be able to get this off just too sweet, tootly easy.
Oh,
they're dead.
The dead eye.
Oh my god!
Wow! Oh my gosh! And another one to close out the scene. Put it in the highlight reel, because that's a fight under.
That's an ace coming out of Cloud. He got all 6 final blows.
This replay, oh my goodness.
Oh my god, they never saw it coming. Never. No, that's just disgusting.
Wow.
Okay, somebody clip that. Somebody see if we can get that to whoever needs to get that, because that's just fantastic.
Dragon Strike's going to be thrown here towards the back of Southern Utah, clipping Redlocks in the process. The res attempted and successful, but they have still lost a few players in the process. Colorado doing a good job at really trying to cycle some of their ultimates, but don't have as much as they normally do for this next defensive hold.
Yeah, 75 seconds left, Sid, and yeah, there are some pretty dire straits right now. I'm looking to see if Periwinkle is going to be able to get some kind of a flank angle, because the Buffaloes have held this corner for
really
4 minutes now.
Yeah, I mean, at least they're learning quickly and adapting quickly to the quick capture that happened originally.
Oh no.
Self-destruct over the top. Oh, finds 2. That is massive coming through from Ruby. Both tanks are being ruthless with their aggression, and that's going to be Colorado with another great hold and pushing into last fight territory.
Ruby's pathing there, knowing that they were super low, knowing that bubbles were exhausted. Go ahead and fly up through a little bit of a complicated Iron Man pattern there, and press Q right at the right spot. There was nowhere that Dolphin could go. So I mean, that was fantastic usage of the Q button there. But 15 seconds left. That's not a lot of time.
Oh, what a filthy ante coming through. Z-Medic pays the price, and still more aggression coming from Funkmaster to try and capitalize. A res is successful, but by off the edge, Periwinkle's gone. Colorado continuing to push and keep themselves in this kill feed. They don't want Southern Utah taking another inch, and with Dragons online, they're going to handle the trickle of Southern Utah and hold this cart really, really close after this first checkpoint.
Yeah, this was disgusting work out of them. I mean, once they gave up that first point, it was Dunsky, and everybody's going to jump into the self-destruct and get a nice little tan. So, definite win condition here for the Buffaloes. I mean, they just got to get around the first corner after they take point A. I just want to see, you know, what kind of a defense Southern Utah is going to bring out here, because they did get some really good picks there. I mean, they absolutely caught Colorado off guard.
Yes.
I wonder if they could do that again defensively now, because they've shown some of their hand. Like, they showed that Z-Medic was willing to play the fair there. And it caused immediate swaps out of Colorado.
Right.
So how do they replicate that now? How do they do that? I think, yeah, bringing Zemetic out with the pharmacy. The thing is that you've got to have better shielding. I don't think that you can run the Winston tank line into what Colorado's going to be bringing, because, yeah, if Gavin is going to bring out the Genji that we saw last week, or even a Doomfist, there's going to be so much backline engage. And Yahoo's been hitting these massive antis all here on Nubani. So, oh man, this is could
from
be
the
a very
far
difficult...
corners. The antis are being thrown, Chef. Just
right.
We're like a full football field. I'm like, geez, Louise.
I wish I knew how to do that.
Colorado's gonna be a fast comp once again. Jeez. With both Funkmaster and Ruby able to just maneuver around, Cloud is going to be peppering again from all angles. Zipping through already, looking for the backline picks. You know, Southern Utah has set up on this high ground, so at some point Colorado's going to want to dislodge them. There it is, the jump already pushing many of them off, and a kill comes through onto Redlocks there. Another attempt. The sky so low, and Zemetic manages to take down Cloud in the process. You know, fell very low, wasn't sure if he was going to get the pockets he needed, and they didn't get on the point, Chef. It was just capped.
It was capped, and now all those cooldowns and everything that they were looking to do is going to be done there. Bird Boys is going to go down to the Tesla cannon of Dolphin, but it's pretty much done. Listen, look at this push-up coming from the Buffaloes. They're just hunting everybody down. This is done. You're just looking for them to touch it and get it around the corner, and I like this. They're taking Southern Utah very seriously. They are respecting what happened to them on their defense. So now offensively, they're not giving any quarter. They want to get this done here and now.
Which is a really huge testament to Southern Utah and what they have forced Colorado to continue to do during this entire series. And, you know, what a nice pick here in the back. Regardless, Colorado still going to go ahead, take the second map.
Yep. I mean, that was just very quick. And, yeah but I mean, we heard it from Funkmaster last week. I wonder who we're going to get tonight, because they said, we don't care who the opponent is. We're going to play it like it's our playoff games. And that's why they're doing so well this year. That's got to be one of the plays of the year. Somebody ping Tyler and ask him if we've seen if we've seen an ace come out of a Cassidy player with a 4 from pressing Q alone. I mean,
and
sheesh.
Then, the follow-up from Colorado, though, when any of their players are committing such a big resource or making such a big risk move or play in their team, they are all there to back each other up 100% and right away. That's really the thing that I think is tying them together and showing how much they define themselves apart from other teams in this league. Is not just the follow-up, but the quick follow-up. There's no hesitation. They know they need to be there before it's happening.
Yep. I mean, this is a well-oiled team here. So we're just going to keep going right on through here. We're going to go ahead and head to Volskaya Industries next. Colorado is on match point here. And I mean, we've got about, I'd say we've got about 7 minutes left of gameplay, considering on the tear that the Buffaloes are on through here. But
right. Well, the number one ranked Buffaloes, right?
They're actually 2. They're actually 2.
Are they?
Marist actually took them over because of that loss.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Colorado's actually sitting number 2 in the entirety of the EGF. So, like I said, they got a chip on their shoulder, and they're treating every game. Yep.
I feel a lot worse for Southern Utah actually now, because I mean, like, if I was Colorado, I'd be so upset about losing that. That is a whole different, like, fire and drive to really take it to the next level, right? Because you really have been essentially demoted from your number 1 rank. And in the words of Ricky Bobby, if you ain't first, you're last.
Oh my lord.
And well, you talked about how Ruby was unsatisfied with last season. And so based on that type of response, I would expect that she has a very similar mindset of wanting to win, wanting to be the best they can and the best in the league.
Yep, that was their goal. Their goal was to come out on top. I mean, they made it to the grand final last year, Sid.
Right.
And lost in the grand final. So there's definitely some junk in the craw there because, I mean, Ruby is one of the most competitive people that I've met here in this scene. One of the nicest as well. Let me don't paint a bad picture. But yeah, seriously, like, she wants to win. She knows that they had it on their shoulders and they just fell down at the 11th hour. So they're not going to let that happen again.
It's heartbreaking when it happens, and it's definitely something to learn from. And Colorado looking to really put their best foot forward here already. Just tearing it up. Funkmaster's ult charge is outrageous. What has he been doing, and how has he been doing it that well to already have 80% onto mines?
Look at Cloud, though. Cloud is 62% to Bob already. You saw them throw down the dynamite, wait for the people to come through the teleporter, and then just exploded it, and it just went up and up and up and up. I mean, you took out an immortality field. Everything, all with just one little click of the left. This is a macro game on a different level right now coming out of Colorado.
I love how clean of coordination we are seeing from Colorado and from everyone trying to throw resources at each other. Funkmaster in a little bit of trouble, but once again, his teammates are there to bail him out.
Sheesh. That's just dirty.
Oh my gosh, put
that
pressure
angle.
on Cloud. Please put pressure on Cloud up here. Thank you.
The angle, though. I mean, the angle is just too disgusting. There it is again.
Everyone's crispy here from Cloud. The Bob thrown into the back line on top of it. And, well, Funkmaster looking to just roll through everybody. Still has mines on lines. Knows they don't quite need them yet. Waiting for a chance to truly box in Southern Utah.
Yeah, I mean, and then Funkmaster's got him in a small room. That's the kill. That's the finishing off of the team kill there. A little bit staggered out. You don't get the necessary notification out of it. Look at this. Cloud just used Bob and almost has it up again, my friend.
What? Oh my gosh. So with Bob being online this quickly, this regularly, it's like Southern Utah is playing a 7-on-6 most of the time. Wow, that's going to be tough to push into. It's so tough to even push out of the spawn. Cloud is on fire here with his aim. The pocket from Yahoo is going to keep him in this game, and, well, it's going to make him essentially unstoppable here from this high ground.
Wow, what a combination of ultimates there. That's fantastic work for them. Funkmaster is not done yet. Wants to get another piece of this action. There goes Dolphin down once again. Sid, we are at 75 seconds, and they have not even rounded the corner around the forklift. That is how dominant this first map has been for them.
A lot of composition changes coming through from Southern Utah, though. Whole new support lineup. We got Dolphin here on the Diva. So maybe we'll see a little bit of a change up. Maybe Colorado won't be ready for this type of composition, and Southern Utah can bring a bit of a surprise out.
Oh, I thought they were going to get the increase there. That was close, but I mean, the drill is there. I wonder if they're going to be able to get the res off here, though.
Oh, that was a great sleep, and unfortunately, Funkmaster woken up extremely quickly. It's really tough for Southern Utah, and Reloadux there on the side to get taken out in the end. Right now, Colorado still looking to hold strong on this defensive point, and with mines clogging up the entryway, it is very difficult for Utah to even touch this point here. Colorado has ultimates online, and anyone who's going to try and approach is definitely going to get this flux. No one's going to be able to touch, and that is going to be Colorado having a really beautiful first defensive hold.
Oh, Sid, that was just disgusting. There's no other way to put it. I mean, they knew what they wanted to do. They executed it to a T. Cloud has to have the MVP vote here throughout the day. I give massive love to Bird Boys and Yahoo, but I think that really Cloud has been a shining star all day for the Buffaloes and showing it once again with the Ash. I did not know that he had Ash in his arsenal, but now I do. Now I do.
Oh, man. Yeah.
But you nailed it so right, though, Sid, because you said that they're playing for each other. They're throwing the resources at each other. They're matching the rotations. They're kiting back when it has to happen. I mean, I have not seen this level of synergy in quite some time, and I've watched a lot of CU Overwatch, and it's like they have leveled up to another level. I don't know if they spent this entire week, doing crossword together and stuff and having hot cocoa, but seriously, like they're just like on a different level of gelling.
They have definitely had a bit of a mind meld, and Funkmaster rolling through anytime he got stunned. Ruby was there with a shield. There was more damage to be thrown to help mitigate and get him out alive. I can't get over some of the saves that have happened for University of Colorado to keep each other alive and continue with essentially, their master plan of attack here on Volskaya.
Well, I think the fun picks maybe have come out here a little bit. Oh my god, look at this rollout!
Yo!
Are you kidding me?
Doomfist just absolutely shredding anyone in his way, showing why he's the bane of a lot of support players' existence, where he just punches you into next week right away. Colorado getting so aggressive here into Southern Utah and trying to find those kills, more to follow suit, as well they only need one tick to really win this map here, and
oh my god,
they're so fast back. That's gonna be it.
GG's.
Colorado sweeping out the rest of Utah and taking the series 3-0.
Yep, I mean that's comprehensive, and like I said, they're taking every single team, no matter who it is, and they're playing them at the maximum of their level. And I'm surprised this is not
Play
Cloud,
the game
Ruby.
again?
Yeah, Ruby.
Shocker. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic.
Small room.
Oh my god.
Hyperspheres and accretion disc. Yeah, night GG's.
Man, those were some great accretions coming through from Ruby. We saw her almost clip, what was it, the Ash out of the sky. I always love a timed sharp shot like that when you see him roll through. And, in general, I talked about her shield work on the Sigma, just really saving her teammates, protecting them at the last moment, and really the true moment they need to be protected, right? Throw it too soon, you're just wasting a resource and helping them charge their ultimates by burning it down. And I love the seriousness Colorado brings, and I think that's really what's going to help them refine and set themselves apart.
Well, I mean, they've been doing it all season. I mean, they had a little bit of a road bump last week, but they have definitely corrected course here. And we're going to have an interview coming up. It's going to be Cloud. Don't go away. We'll be back with you maybe 90 seconds.
Hi, folks, and welcome back to EGFC. We are here with Team Colorado's DPS player, Cloud.
Hello.
Cloud, congratulations on your win, and I think outstanding is an understatement of the gameplay we saw from you today. Chef,
Yeah,
thoughts?
thank you.
Yeah? Obviously, you played a really great job, and, you know, I'd love to know some of what has gone into refining those skills for you personally, maybe some of the ups or downs you've had, and how'd you actually get past that to be this really fantastic team you are today, and I mean, hitting these filthy shots on the stream, man.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Well, team-wise, I think we just put a lot more emphasis on like try-harding, and like actually like getting our teamwork and coordination down. We've gotten a lot of improvement on our like comms. Like at the beginning of the semester, we'd all be calling like a different target and like taking 1v1s, but now it's like if someone calls a name, they're just like dead instantly, and it's like a really powerful feeling to like be able to say a hero like Zenyatta and they just like die instantly. Sometimes it's not like that though, I'll be honest. Sometimes we're still a little split, but we're trying to work on it. But team-wise, communication and like scrimming, just like a lot more has been helping. On the personal side, I've just been trying to take the time to like really focus on my aim. I think I'm just like I'm the only player on our team who just aim trains, and I guess that's my role. Like I need to do that, but yeah, I've been doing a lot of that too. I don't know if you guys can tell, but we've been putting in the aim trainer a little bit.
Yeah,
you know, trying some Kovacs.
All right.
We can tell easily.
Thank you.
Very,
Right.
very.
So
yeah.
I have to come out with 안녕하세요 since you've got Squid Game behind you.
안녕하세요.
Chef Chef Billy. So, anyways, I'm learning Korean.
Let's go.
Let's go. So, let's talk about bigger picture, because you guys were very dissatisfied how last year went.
Yeah.
Ruby has talked to me about it. Funkmaster's talked about it. Your turn. What does the postseason mean for you, and finishing that unfinished business that you guys were just a step behind?
Yeah, the postseason, we're just gonna take it all this year. Like we have the dedication, we have the players, we have the mental. Like I don't think there's anything coming in between us and the like the finals and winning this thing. There are like a few tough teams that like we know are gonna be a little harder, but I have full faith in my team that if we're all playing the way we should be playing, it'll just be easy for us. So I'm excited for those hard matches at the end of the season though, because that's when like the real colors of like players show under those like really tense scenarios, like you're down a game or something like that. But yeah, I'm really excited for our team in postseason. Really excited.
All right, so what I'm looking at is UTK, University of Tennessee Knoxville. They had a very comprehensive performance over Rochester, or RIT, earlier tonight. I'm looking at UTA as another one, and I hate to say it, but Wichita State, I know you guys didn't have your full squad, but still, I mean, Flexecution's not there, and they still pulled the W out over you guys. That's like a rivalry that I love to see.
Yeah.
So, you guys had a chip on your shoulder tonight, didn't you?
I mean, kinda, but to us, we're still like completely undefeated. We might have lost the game, but none of us on the team really cared about that game because we had 3 people on off roles, and we also had our coach playing support, and it's just like, I mean, we gave them the win, and we tried to play our best that night, but it just didn't work. So congrats on them for winning the game, but if they play us for real, it will not be like that at all. And like, we don't really care about the score for that game. We're still undefeated. So
Spicy. Also, Colorado gang, love you guys. Just gotta say, I grew up in Colorado when we moved to America. We were talking about it. We're both actually from Colorado Springs. So
yeah, Colorado Springs.
So yeah. Well, CS gang, what up? Okay, there we go. I'm done.
Well, you know, obviously you guys have been putting in a ton of hard work. You personally have been putting in a ton of hard work, and results are showing on both fronts, Cloud. We are very excited to see how Colorado is going to continue through, you know, of course, the rest of the season, and more importantly, in the playoffs under those high pressure times that you said you liked. So, thank you so much for joining us in the booth today, and we'll be watching. Good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, folks, that was our last match of the evening, and of course, you know, gotta close it out eventually. Chef, anything on your mind before we do our wrap-ups?
I mean, there's a lot going on this weekend. Like we said, we've had, you know, the Overwatch 2 announcement come out earlier today.
There's still time in the evening to play, folks.
Oh, it's not out yet.
Oh, it's not out yet. It's a
not
sign
till the end
up.
of April. Yeah, but
Right.
sign up for beta. Then you and I are both casting Mac here on EGF
That's
this
true.
weekend. And I usually don't use this as a personal stand, but I'm actually going to be casting a very big event for Project Sunflower on Saturday. And it's to help the war effort for Ukraine, to help send them supplies and money to get them food and shelter and everything they need. So
Yeah.
check it out on my Twitter page. You guys can see it there. If you guys can come and even just come say hi and you know, tweet out that it's going on. The women and children, they need so much help right now, and so that's why I am doing it. You'll see it in my Discord also, Slava Ukraina, which means charge Ukraine, and that will that's their rallying cry right now. So you know, some scary stuff going on in the world, but it's nice that we can rally around games to kind of take our minds off of it for a little while. But yeah, definitely weighing in the back of my mind right now. And yeah, but we're gonna have some great action all throughout the weekend. You know, we still got we've got League of Legends coming up, we've got CS:GO coming up as well.
Yes.
Here on EGF, so lots of stuff coming here from the EGF.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be a fantastic weekend of games.
Well, EGF in general just hosts a slew of games, and it's honestly one of the things I really admire about being a part of it, being able to bring it to all of you. It's not just one game and one niche, it's a whole variety of esports, and truly trying to bring those to multiple schools and give them the chance to participate against other people in their division and across the states. You know, Tyler, of course, huge thanks and props to you for keeping this all together and really being the heart and passion of EGF. Folks, gotta give huge props to both our producer and our observer for the evening. Aeon has captured some incredible shots of the game today, all right? We saw the 6-man kill, we saw pulse bombs eating left and right, and so huge props out to you this evening. Absolutely stellar work on all fronts. And Chef, once again, you killed it. It was a pleasure working with you, and I'm excited to see what next week will bring.